Looking to build your team's capability in service design, research, or human-centered design or service design and AI courses? This is HCD offers practical, hands-on training for organizations, tailored to your context, not off the shelf. Teams at Verizon, AIB, Flutter, AccentureSong, Gusto, local government, government departments, and NGOs across Europe have all leveled up through these programs. To explore what's possible for your team, book a free 15-minute call. See the link in the show notes to find out more. Now let's get back to that episode.
Hey folks, and welcome back to another episode of This is HCD. My name is Jerry Scullion and I'm a human-centered service design practitioner based in Dublin, Ireland. I'm the founder of This is HCD and I'm also the founder of Humana Design, a service design consultancy based in Dublin and Ireland. It's going to be me on the mic today. I just want to give you a couple of things that we're working on at the moment to get your thoughts and feedback and point you in the directions of things that I think you might be interested in. The first thing that I want to talk about is obviously the book. I am deep in administrative kind of pieces for the book at the moment. I've written a large amount of it and the design is currently going on at the moment. Jacob Schneider is the creative director of the book and I'm working with Jacob pretty much every couple of days. And you'll start to see things happening on thisishcd.com to give you an idea of the brand direction that's going in, because they're going to marry and they're going to be very much part and extension of that brand as well. The book is called This is Human-Centered Design. Now, one of the funny stories on this is when I started the podcast, my very good friend Mark Stickthorne had already written This is Service Design Thinking, which was out, I don't know, maybe 2011 or 2012. And there was no connection between the two. But when my publisher had said to me that they wanted to call it This is Human-Centered Design, I was like, well, look, I'd rather not, mainly because of This is Service Design Doing, which I hold in the highest regard. If you haven't bought that book, go ahead and do it right now. But some people think that there's a connection between This is HCD and This is Service Design Doing and stuff with Marcus and Adam and Mark. Really, the origination of This is Human-Centered Design comes from my utter and sheer devotion to Liverpool Football Club. And if anyone knows anything about Liverpool Football Club, they will know that there's a very famous sign in Anfield in the stadium where it says, "This is Anfield." And when you get to play for Liverpool, you get to touch that sign. And that is my hat tip to Liverpool Football Club. That's why This is HCD is called This is HCD. Human-Centered Design to me is my Anfield. So there you go. Anyway, the book is called This is Human-Centered Design, and it's really centered around 4 parts. And we're looking for case studies, actively looking at the moment. So we're getting much more of a global representative of the case studies that are on there at the moment. And its whole piece is built on real work from real practitioners, not theory delivered from a height. And what I mean by that is I don't want to be having, all beautiful, polished case studies where, ultimately I look at it as well and I kind of go, wow, that's amazing. I don't know if I'll ever get the opportunity to do that. And and I know that design, most of the time, we struggle. We've got these, large rocks that we're trying to push up the hill, and it's hard work. It is really, really hard work. And I'm looking for more real case studies in that sense. I'm obviously attracted to the social impact element of human-centered design. That's what drives me. And I'm speaking to you. I'm in your ears at the moment, and I really believe you might have something out there that could be of interest to be submitted to this book. So if you've got a real project that contains the messy middles, that kind of stuff is what I'm interested in. So it doesn't have to be a glossy win. The constraint, the pushback, the bit that nearly fell over, the real version, not the polished case study deck version that you see at conferences and we all kind of go, wow, that's amazing. I want the real stuff. So if you do have something that you think you might want to submit, maybe get a few ideas across, there's a link in the show notes for this episode. all you have to do is click on that link. And I know the link looks like it's really big and chunky. You can fill in parts that are blank if you just want to get an early conversation going with myself. I'll work with you on the case study. I'll refine it and polish it. Obviously, I'm writing the book, so I'm all over the kind of content that's going to go into it. In return, you get a credit in the book. You get a photograph of being a contributor as well. And the reason for this is we really want to create this shared understanding of where we're at in human-centered design and really genuinely help the next person who is out there who's going through the same kind of problems that you went through and how you resolved it. And the whole benefit of this is going to get out. It's been published by Bish in the Netherlands, and it's going to be circulated amongst the human-centered design community and hopefully the service design community if it takes that. So I'd love to give a shout out to that. It is the form. It's just a form, and I really want to try and keep things in a structured way so I can actually ensure that we've got, we're capturing things as we go along and we know what we've got so we can evaluate which pieces to include. There's probably going to be about 6 case studies in this book, maybe 8 if I can push it. It all depends on the number of pages. So the second thing I really want to talk a little bit more around is the community on This Is HCD. And many of us are going through what I would like to, kind of the messy middle. Everything is difficult at the moment for lots and lots of people, myself included. Work has slowed down for whatever reason. Maybe there's a global kind of wave of kind of lack of confidence in things at the moment. But the community is super important in these moments. And when we created this community, we looked around and we saw that there was lots of communities out there. There was lots of Slack channels out there, but they didn't really offer anything that was more around growth. And the reason that we've built our community in this way is it's very much me, and there's Gorev as well, who's in Scotland, who helps us out from time to time. But the whole point of this is to have access to each other, but also to coaching with me. So I will work with you over the course of a year, and you get access to all the courses and the WhatsApp community, which we've just started opening up for people in there. Reason why we put the WhatsApp community in there is because sometimes you might have a quick question and you need to get an answer. And we're already seeing people posting things where they've got success. They might have run a workshop and they wanted to share it with somebody, but they don't want to share it because it might be too cheesy and work. But we're interested in that stuff as the community. So I'm there, and I'm always working with people in the background to review things. Maybe it's a journey map, maybe it's a research proposal, whatever it is. I like to see these things and help you. So think of me as, your kind of friend / biggest supporter in your pocket. So as I said, most communities out there are either quiet Slack communities, and our community online in our circle isn't bustling. But what we do have in there is the spaces for you to go and complete the courses where you can get answers. You can look at me doing things. And that's the reason why we're charging quite a low price at €2.99, and that's euro. And the reason why I'm charging that is because usually if I'm to do a coaching call with somebody, the range of prices for a coaching call with me tends to be around €2.99 to €500 for the hour. And I used to do a coaching program that was €1,900 for 5 hours, 5 1-hour sessions. And, generally speaking, I would get a couple of those a month, and it was fantastic and I liked it. But in reality, I was saying to myself, how much impact can anybody have for that large amount of money over 5 hours? And it was, to me, I felt it was kind of like starting to get to the point where I wanted to create something that was much more affordable for people to be able to engage with and to be around. So, and this is how I'm able to do that, by lowering the price to $2.99 and making myself more available across the year as opposed to those 5 hours, work asynchronously, and I'm there to support you. So we do have a fair price promise on the community as well. And this one really matters to me ethically, because when I was in university and I was studying industrial design, I felt completely lost. my lectures, as good as they were, I just didn't really feel very connected to the course. I didn't really feel connected to the work. And as a result, I probably wasn't applying myself as best as I could have been. I would not have been able to pay €299 for a community. So there's a few different things. If you're a student or if you're somewhere located where the euro is just too strong against your own currency, just talk to me, okay? Send me an email. This is where you're at, what you can afford. Nearly always I will try and work with you, okay? So it's not about the money for me. It's much more around trying to support people at scale. We'll work out a price that's fair from where you are. I don't want money to be the core reason that you are not in the room with us. So really feel free, you can get in touch. And generally speaking, you'd be surrounded by other people who are practitioners who are going through that experience as well. They can offer you, maybe leg ups in terms of introductions, but that's not what it's about. We're here to review portfolios. We're here to help. And generally, that is why I believe our community at This Is HCD, the Circle community, is one of the best communities on the web today. So again, just to wrap up and to recap, if you've got a case study, the form is in the show notes. And the second thing is, if you want into the community, there are a few spots. If you go to the link that's in the show notes, you can WhatsApp and it will be me messaging you back. If you've got any questions about that stuff, don't overthink it. Just reply to the newsletter if you're getting anything about this stuff in the next couple of days. Send me a DM, whatever's easiest to get in touch. I really appreciate you listening. So thanks for your time, and I'll look forward to speaking to you soon.